It's right there.
Yes. This is the BumCast. I am your host, HBIC, the head bum in charge, along with Baloney, Dougie Fresh, and a returning Joey P, who might be the Grinch this week.
What a reveal.
Maybe. I'm trying to learn how to be mean by you guys. I don't know. I don't think it's working. Not even dressing up like one.
Nice. Happy Bears victory Monday, everyone. We are back at it. Only had a week off, but we are back. It's good to be back on top. Good to be, it's only a temporary hiccup in 7th place. Now we're back.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. We're back on top, baby. And they're gonna stay there for good, is what we're planning on. We're gonna talk about Bears in a little bit. But yeah, it felt good. Victory coffees were flowing. Victory beers are flowing now. I assume victory beers are flowing. I didn't even ask you guys.
Victory beers are flowing.
Oh boy.
Look at I am even busting out a beer on the Joey busts out champagne. Look at him.
No, this is tequila, bro. This is tequila.
Okay.
Fancy boy
Okay.
tequila.
All right, fancy boy tequila. I poured a nice Bourbon County 2023 prop.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I had this in a. Oh, man, it's good.
I just poured a 2021. I've been on this. I said I'm not a stout guy. I think I'm becoming a stout guy by hook or by crook. Dougie's been begging me to stout it up for a good 2 years now. And I did that chug vid because the Packers lost and the Lions lost. And I opened my big mouth and I said, you know what? I'll chug a stout if that happens. That stout was so good, I'm going to keep stouting.
Yeah, baby. We broke him. We got him.
We got him. Yeah, and I'm actually happy too because like my wife was never a coffee drinker and she's just started getting into coffee. And I was like, whoa, now that you're drinking coffee, you should try getting into stouts. You might like them. And lo and behold, she's getting into them as well. She's probably like on Peter's level right now of like getting broken in. So
hey,
on
yo.
the stouts. On the stouts. So yeah, I'm happy. I like take it. Or I have to go to Goose Island next year.
Yeah, that was the one thing that always amazed me about Peter because Peter's a big coffee guy and a black coffee guy at that. So like it always kind of surprised me that like he just never got into stouts because most of those stouts have that nice coffee base, especially since you do tend to like Guinness, and then I know like your Starbucks, you like the nitro cold brew too.
Yep.
So it's like I guess we're just waiting. Just
Yeah, it wasn't that I was opposed to the stouts. It's just that I've always been a Modelo man. Like it just, since it's to speak a little Spanish, Joey, de nacimiento. I've always been a Modelo guy. So yeah, now I'm expanding my horizons a little bit. And I like it. I like it so far.
He's a late bloomer.
Dude, we got to clip this because by next year, I guarantee you, he's just gonna be like, that stout that I tried the other day wasn't up to par. Like,
no. I already got enough with the bourbon reviews and the tequila reviews. I can't be doing more beer reviews too.
Actually, we should probably have to get Goose Island. We're drinking all their products on air. We probably need to get them to sponsor us.
We should clip this Goose Island. What the hell?
Yeah.
Free ads up the wazoo.
Right. And
Yeah,
at
especially for the-
a
I'm with
minimum,
it.
at least invite us to the media day.
That would be fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We're putting in the work.
Peter, you're getting roasted already for your emails. You want to explain to us what happened?
I
How'd
out.
you let that happen?
All right. So here's realistically, this is what happened. I always say I hibernate in the wintertime.
Mhm.
I have a routine. My email has always been bad. Like between work, personal, spam emails, everything, the bums emails, everything else. It's just like a bunch of them. And my routine is I wake up every day before work, delete everything, and go about my day. I'll read what I need to, all of the important stuff, and then just go on with my day. Well, now that landscaping season stopped and winter started, my routine's all off. I'm usually up at 6 a.m. Now I'm waking up a little later. I was sick for a week, and this happened before. But I just stopped that routine. I stopped checking my emails in the morning, and it snowballed to where once they got to 1,000, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep it going. I don't know how long. I'm never gonna check them again. Important ones, I'll get pinned on like work emails, but everything else is bullshit. Like all of my emails, though, I'm not kidding, Jason. I think half of those are Fanatics ads. Fanatics is relentless when it
Bath
comes.
and Body Works, Crate and Barrel, Bed Bath and Beyond. Once you get in their email list, they're relentless.
Once we started buying jerseys for the watch parties, we get Fanatics emails. It has to be like 15 times a day. It's crazy. And I'll unsubscribe, and it's almost like pulling weeds. You pull one weed and two pop up. That's exactly what's happening with Fanatics emails. It's driving me crazy.
Basically, it's Hydra. Cut off one head.
Yeah, you cut off one head and two take its place. That's exactly right. I don't know, man. Eventually, I am going to sit down and figure it all out. But for now, I'm just going to keep it going. And what's crazy is I used to get anxiety when there's like 10 emails. And now that I don't care, it's almost like refreshing not to care. and it keeps going. But then I got like Johnny, shout out Johnny. He's got like 15,000 emails just sitting there. That's like 3 times as much as I do. That's crazy.
That is ridiculous. Like I told you, I actually went after Black Friday. I started unsubscribing to all these companies because it's ridiculous. They send you like 3 emails a day, and it's like, chill the fuck out, man. Like if I'm not going to shop at your store at 9 a.m., I'm probably not going to go there at 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. So you don't need to remind me that you have the same sale going on.
Yeah, like you guys were saying, Fanatics is relentless, and they celebrate anything. There's like Luis Robert farted in the outfield, saved 25%. Like it's literally anything.
Well, that's the thing I don't get, and I never understood about Bed Bath & Beyond too. They would always send you like the coupons for 25% off any item or 20 whatever it is. Mm-hmm. If you can do that, why don't you just discount all your shit 20% then? Just take 20% off everything, but lower your prices. Yeah. Then I don't have to worry about bringing a coupon in the store.
It's like the Kohl's Cash scheme. Dude, they know what they're doing. They're giving you Kohl's Cash because they know that you're going to probably spend more than that Kohl's Cash, and then they're going to give you more Kohl's Cash on that Kohl's Cash. And like, dude, it's just a fucking vicious circle of you being there forever.
You got to think about how much AI also is involved in all this, since everybody's now is adopting AI. How many companies are already using it? So the moment you search something on your phone using God knows what app, it's going to end up in your mailbox.
Yeah.
The first stage is free.
Jeff says, nothing beats the NARS 11% scam. I agree. It blows my mind that in the year of our Lord 2025, they still can't make their rebates digital and like just scan and upload. They're banking you to pay your 37-cent stamp and mailing it in like a stack of rebates. Like that's a huge scam. Like save 11%, but get a stamp first and envelope and mail it in and wait 8 weeks instead of just them putting it in their mobile app to. I guarantee I would shop more at Menards if it was actually like digital rebates that you can scan the receipt.
Yeah. But it would probably crush their business model. They're counting on you not sending that 11% in,
I want my 57 cents.
Yeah.
That's a big thing happening right now as far as scandals with clipping coupons digitally in our local neighborhood Jewels and
the
Tony's.
Jewels. I love the Jewels, Joey P.
I do too.
Their coupon system and their app are the worst scam.
Yeah. Dougie, you rocking the socks today. Giving me some big like Easy vibes.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. I'm gonna bust out the piano here for the second half of the show. Hit you with the.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little socks for some Rock Chalowski. I can say his name.
That was pretty good. Because I mean I had that tweet out there. It's a South Side name, Joe. You're good with those type of names.
Yeah, well, it's also like a Polak name, and I grew up with a whole bunch of Polacks too. So.
Exactly.
So I got I speak a little Spanish. I know what to say when the time's right. So I think I can get Chalowski.
Although how long were you saying Roach before someone corrected you that it was Rock?
So I actually corrected myself because I looked it up, and on UCLA's website it said Daniel Rock Chalowski. I thought just being my dimwit itself, I was Roach. Like
you were
Roach.
ready to print the Papa Roach shirts.
Yeah, Papa Roach. Yeah, but I think there's more puns with the Rock.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Fraggle Rock.
So we'll talk some of that in a little bit. Yeah, I just want to say shout out to all the bars on Wednesday in Wrigleyville. They had another tee box up there, and I was up in Wrigleyville Saturday night. We're up at Country Club, which is Christmas Club right now. It's a nice family bar. My family bar, I like to say now.
Oh yeah. I'm like, wait, a family bar? But yes, your family bar.
Yes. So I gotta say, guys, like T-Box, I think is dying. I think with the all changes in Wrigleyville, it slowly killed T-Box because there wasn't as much debauchery as it looked like walking in at 6:30 at evening over there.
Well, I'm not surprised. Like you read all those like headlines that like the younger generation is just like drinking way less than our generation. Just beer sales, liquor sales, anything that has to do with alcohol is just completely down compared to decades past. So that doesn't surprise me. It was also like the coldest weekend we've got so far. So you think that had anything to do with it?
Potentially. I did when I was walking in, I did see, some lady was slapping her guy.
Okay.
There was another
good slap or bad slap?
No,
that could take there. That's
she gave him the fucking
back
and forth.
She was 12-6.
Nice.
Power slap.
Some girl dropped her phone and she was so cold and she's like, I can't pick it up. There's another couple arguing in front of an apartment building, and then as I was about to walk in the Country Club, there was a girl had to be picked up off the curb, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be interesting. And then it was a whole lot of nothing burger inside. The bars were, I think a lot of people are like, when they know it's T-Box Day, they're staying away from Wrigleyville, and
I wouldn't be caught dead anywhere near that place. Yeah.
But actually, it's probably a good time to go because we had a table and the bar wasn't super packed, and we had a good time, with the family and everything. And so yeah, if you guys haven't been there yet, go to Christmas Club, aka Country Club. They got the whole bar decorated, good food, good drinks. You can get some Bourbon County on tap up there.
Okay.
So yeah, tell them I sent you. Maybe.
Yeah, wait, no, hold on a second. that could be, depending on where we go, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Are we sure we want to say, hey, HBIC sent me?
Well, they probably won't know me as HBIC up. Like the bartenders will be like, who the fuck is HBIC?
I wasn't gonna dox you. Everyone knows your name, but I wasn't gonna.
But I saw my face. They probably know, like, oh yeah, it's the brother. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I just wear a shirt with your face on it.
There you go.
Print the shirts.
Print the shirts. The Jason shirts.
Dude, we just got to get his face on the shirt and then just like the Vin Diesel family.
Yeah, family. That's perfect.
All right, let's we gotta talk this weekend. We got a big event.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest event.
It's our watch party at the Ramova Theater, not the Loft this time. Theater, big room.
The big room.
Saturday night, 7:20. Doors open at 6. We're gonna try to pack this big room as best we can because we were running out of space in the Loft, so now we got to expand, right? So Bears Packers watch party, $10 tickets at the door. They also come with a free beer, your first beer on the house for getting a ticket. And then, as I said, we're gonna do, you buy any Bums shirt, you buy 5 Bum shirts, we'll give you 5 rounds. So one shirt equals a round of drinks. $4 drafts, $9 cocktails. Full kitchen will be open. We're gonna do some giveaways again. It's gonna be a good time, and we have to come together as Bears fans and channel all of our energy to fuck the Packers. Literally, not figuratively. Wait,
no,
figuratively, not
literally. Either way, there's gonna be some fucking.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
So make sure you get your tickets and come hang out with all of us Saturday night.
Yeah, it's the biggest game. It's realistically the biggest game since the Eagles double doink game. It's the biggest Bears game. It's meaningful football in the middle of December. That's everything we could ask for. They're fighting for the division. They're fighting for a playoff spot. It's against the Packers. There's no more reasons for you to get out of the house and go watch that game except to hang out with us. So it's going to be an awesome time. It's literally all I've thought about. I kept saying, don't look past the Browns. Don't look past the Browns. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've been looking past the Browns to this game since the last Packers game. I want that revenge. We got that bad taste in your mouth. They hung in there. They started slow, but they looked better in the second half. I think the division's there for the taking. So if there's ever a time to go to a watch party, it's this Saturday.
Yeah. The last thing you want to do is load up your Twitter, load up the Bird app, and then all of a sudden you see all these photos and us celebrating and having a good time. Last thing you want to do is have FOMO and regret that, because a time like this, who knows when it's going to come back around again. You got to enjoy it. So be out there, have fun, take pictures with everybody, have a good time.
Yeah.
Don't be caught by FOMO.
And I mean, I don't want to name names. I don't want to, cast aspersions. They're friends of ours. We're not asking you to drive all the way to Palatine. We're right there, 35th and Halstead, south side of Chicago, close by. It's the best watch party in the city. We can now say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true. I said it last show and the time before that I was on. These watch parties have grown so much. Watch party after watch party after watch party. That's why obviously they were gracious enough to open the big room for us. So obviously this is an opportunity. You want to spend $400 on a nosebleed to go to the game and be in the cold, or you want to hang out with us, because a packed theater is going to be just the next best thing as being there at the game, because you're going to be with folks that you know and love and can cheer for. Good, better, best.
That's right. And if you have a family Christmas party, tell them to come.
Yeah,
tell them to come to the watch party. Bring the family.
Yeah,
bring everyone. Open your gifts during halftime or whatever. If you got a family Christmas event, bring them with and celebrate there. Yeah.
Or just bring your gifts and we'll open them for you.
Yeah.
I like that idea. All right. We're going to talk Bears in a second, but first, quick ad from our sponsor. Green Valley Wine and Spirits in Bolingbrook is your one-stop shop for all your liquor needs. Since their remodel, they have increased their bourbon allocation, they have an expanding portfolio of popular additive-free tequilas and mezcals, and for you beer lovers, a great craft beer selection, plus some rare and vintage stouts. And before you leave, stop by their tasting bar and try some of our exclusive Bourbon Bum single barrel picks before you take one home. That's Green Valley Wine and Spirits,
344 Commons Drive, conveniently located right off of Route 53 and I-55 in Bolingbrook. Tell them the Bump sent you.
And if you go to Green Valley, all their vintage stouts are 25% off, including 2023 prop, Bananas Foster. So don't full prices for suckers. Get 25% off all Goose Island stouts this winter season. So good deal for the whole family.
And tell them the Bump sent you. That one, I can say that they will know who we're talking about.
Yep, exactly. All right, let's talk some Bears. Like I said, beginning of the show, Bears victory Monday. We are back in first place on top of the division. It's good to be back. You know, the Packers fans, they gave us a lot of shit that they beat us, and then they knocked us out of first, and then we moved to seventh. And I just got to ask, you know, how's it feel? We kept that spot warm for you for a week. How's it feel to be in seventh place now? Because they lost to the Broncos, and Detroit lost. It's a good day for Bears in the NFC North. Except for the Cowboys, they suck.
Yeah,
Anywho.
it is what it is.
Anywho, so yes, Bears win big, 31-3 on the fourth coldest game in Soldier Field history. I actually saw that tickets were like discounted like Saturday at like $70 a ticket. Mm-hmm. Would that still have been enough to sway you guys to going into the game?
I would have been there. I wanted to go so bad. We got a couple buddies, Jason, Jose. Jose asked me if I wanted to go. I had a couple people ask me if I wanted to go. I've been sick. I talked about it last week. I've been sick all week. Julie's been sick all week. Zero chance I was going to make it to that game. If I was at 100%, I want to be there. I kind of like the sicko games, if you will. Mm-hmm. The cold weather, the snow, the rain. We've been to a couple miserable games. I've been to a couple miserable games with Johnny. Dude, I saw 100 level tickets for like $85. And it was funny where I saw someone tweet out like I paid $500 for these in like April or whatever, and they were going for $85. I would have been there. I would have been there for sure. It was just I couldn't make it this weekend, but I like those kind of sicko games.
Yeah, back in the day, I was at one of the coldest games on record, that Thursday night Packers game. I think it was like 2000.
I was there.
Okay, that was cold.
Yeah,
that was cold. Yeah.
I was talking about it in the car with the wife yesterday. We went to Huck Finn for breakfast, and we were talking about it. You think that we could have made the game today? The sun is shining. It's a little cold. If we were layered up, we could have made it, right? She said, "Oh yeah, for $80, down low. Oh, why didn't you buy tickets?"
Damn.
And her reaction also. We went to the Winter Classic early this year, right, Dougie?
Yeah.
That was way colder.
Mm-hmm.
Way colder. The NHL Winter Classic at
because it was wet.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So
yeah, we got drizzled on, and that little breeze. That was terrible.
It was.
Game sucked too.
Yeah, and I will say, there's a big talk all week about bear weather. The Bears showed up. Mm-hmm. Shout out like Caleb Williams and the entire team. Like it didn't seem to affect them whatsoever.
No, it did not. But the one thing I do want to start off with though is the injuries from this game. It started off, we got some bad news that Rome, who was listed as active, re-aggravated his foot injury during warm-up, so he was out. And now potentially we have Luther Burden. He could potentially be out Ben Johnson says he's day-to-day, but Rome could potentially be a candidate for IR now. He said all options are on the table. So that means maybe they shelf him for a playoff run. But this has happened now a couple weeks in a row where players are getting injured during warmups. And is this a bigger issue that we need to like look at now? Because like it seems like they started getting healthy, but they just keep on re-injuring themselves. Like Jalen Johnson, it happened to Jalen Johnson earlier. It happened to Tremaine Edmonds. Mm-hmm. Now Rome, Tyler Gordon. Something's not passing the smell test over here with the warmups. And are Bears rushing their guys back too soon? I don't know what the answer is, but I want to get your thoughts on the injury.
I mean, Kyler Gordon's awesome, but he hurts himself all the time. Mm-hmm. So it could have been warm up. It could have been first play of the game. It doesn't really matter. The other two, I'm not too worried about. Jalen Johnson. It seems like even though he still only played 40% of the snaps against the Browns, they're slowly making his way back. And he said that, this is basically like he's playing through his rehab, basically.
Mhm.
So, like the Jalen Johnson thing, we thought that was going to be a season ender. So the fact that he's out there making interceptions, that's almost I'll put that on the plus side of it. The Roma Dunze thing's interesting because, like, it sounded like he probably shouldn't have played from the beginning.
Right.
Now, the Ben Johnson quote that he talked about earlier today was about, like, we have to protect Rome from himself. So it sounds like he probably shouldn't have played, wanted to give it a go, and re-aggravated it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it sucks. But you got to get him healthy for a playoff run. So if it is, whether it's an IR stint or like a phantom IR stint, and like he just sits out that's the first 3 games or the last 3 games, it sucks. But I will give the Bears credit, and this is not only their skill position players, but basically anytime anyone's hurt, it's next man up, and that next man is showing up. Like, look at what like Nashawn Wright season, or Ozzie Trapillo, or any of the guys that like has been asked to be put in a tough position. They're all showing up. So yeah, if it's not, if Rome's out, DJ Moore. We complained about DJ Moore for the last 2-3 weeks. He showed up. So it's the next man up. So it's DJ. It's whoever's out there.
Yeah, I for one am pretty aggravated about the whole Rome situation. The comment that Ben Johnson made it sound like, we got to protect Rome from Rome, meaning like maybe Rome might have talked them into letting him play. And if that's the case, like you let a player talk you into playing a Bears Packers game. Not like a game that, everybody under the sun pretty much knew the Bears were going to win. You don't let them come back this game. You let them sit out another week, especially with a fracture. Like, it isn't a muscle strain and like retweaked it. Obviously, this is something that needs to heal. And it kind of pisses me off that they let him go out there and re-aggravate it, because now here it is. I'm just going to guess and say that he's going to miss this game against the Packers.
He's
and
out.
Right. And that means now he's, 2 critical games in division that he's going to miss, over trying to chance him to play against Cleveland. I mean, how much better yes, Caleb could have looked better. Absolutely. But, weapons wise, dude, I mean, we're doing fine out there without Rome. It wasn't even like you forgot about Roman the moment that game started, and just to let him go out there and re-aggravate that really pissed me off. It really pissed me off.
Yeah.
As you guys also said, next man up, if Rome's not obviously able to go on Saturday, I know he's day to day. I just validated right now on today's injury report was Luther Burden III. He went 6 for 84. So I think he fit like a glove in taking over for Rome and getting those targets. He made 6 out of 7 of his targets. So just putting my usual positive spin on stuff.
No, it's a good point. I mean, Luther Burden's been awesome the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. He is day to day. He did leave the game, did not come back, had the ankle injury, but it sucks that it's kind of a short week, so to speak. So
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's the same thing too. Like, he's day to day, but do you really want to rush him back? Because as important as this game against the Packers is, the Niners game is probably just going to be just as important, or even not even more important next week.
They're all tough. The last 3 weeks they're all must wins, if you will.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I'm really concerned. Like, I just don't think that this was a right time to rush Rome back.
Right.
It bitter cold, like Sam was in the comments, talking about the fracture plus the cold. That ground is going to be hard as hell. Obviously, one wrong plant or something on that hard surface, that's just going to, hurt your foot even more. So I don't think it was an unnecessary risk. And I think some of the Poles and Warren need to, have a talk with the coaching, not the coaching, but like the training medical staff and be like, hey, you guys need to push back more and don't let the players, try to talk their way into playing, because most of these guys are going to be gamers. They're going to try to talk themselves into playing, So old school football. Yeah, I'm not concussed. I'm good, and then you have to put the rules in place for a reason. So, it sucks that we're not going to have Rome now. We might not have him for the rest of the season. He might, if they decide to put him on the IR for the 4 weeks. So you hope that the Bears get get in, and then they make it to the divisional round or NFC Championship, because I don't think they're going to get the
first round bye, baby. What do you mean? What the fuck? What do you mean you don't think they're going to get the first? They're going to beat the Packers. No, and then you just got to win one of them.
But that requires the Rams to lose a few games.
It's very possible. I mean, they literally just lost Devontae Adams, for what could be, maybe the rest of the season with a hamstring. Now Puka is just going to get double teamed. So, it's very possible that they could lose.
Yeah, go Seahawks.
Yeah, no,
and it did happen. I'm not saying they should or will get the first round bye or the 1 seed, but who I didn't think they were going to be in this position to begin with.
I think the crazy part of it is we got 10 wins and we're still not even guaranteed the playoffs yet. That's the shit that's mind blowing. Like if you would have told me possibly 10 or 11 wins might not win our division, make the playoffs, dude, what type of crazy land are we in?
11 wins missing the playoffs. That's just a bad beat. That's a tough break. But I mean, both the NFC North and the NFC West are, it's fucking crazy out there.
Yeah.
It's tough out there in the streets.
3 teams in the NFC West making the playoffs. That's nuts.
Yeah.
All right. So Tremaine Edmonds, they opened up his 21-day window, but it sounds, because he was on injury reserve, it sounds like he might actually play on Saturday, and that's good time, because we need to get that defensive back healthy. So we'll see if he actually gets back, and we'll keep an eye on Luther Burden. But all right, let's talk about the defense real quick too, because I think that was one of the most dominant performances that the defense put out there. And yes, it is against the Browns, but and Shedeur Sanders, who probably never played in a game that cold before, in that kind of atmosphere. But either way, it was great to see, the Bears, they were constantly pressuring them. 5 sacks, 3 more turnovers. Yes, it's a rookie quarterback, but this is what you want to do to a rookie quarterback. Stack them, sack them, take the ball away. And a couple of those, the one, Jalen Johnson interception, just literally taking it away.
Dude.
Gives you Peanut Tillman vibes right there. But I'm more impressed, though, with the way that the team came up with DeMarco Jackson. He got a game ball, he played a great game. Austin Booker, another great game, couple sacks. But I just want to get your guys' take on the defense, because 5 sacks and 3 takeaways, that's something we haven't seen from the Bears in a while.
That's crazy that you're this positive on the Bears. Yeah, they did what they had to do. They were going up against Shedeur Sanders and 4 players that never started on the offensive line. I mean, when the Browns are putting their hopes on Kevin Jenkins, who got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt.
You're in a bad spot, man. So it's yes, it's great that they did this, but they're going up against Joe Schmoes. They should have done this. And granted, we're not used to Bears teams showing up and doing what they're supposed to do. So I will give them credit there. It was belt to ass. It was never really close. I said that they were playing with their food for a little bit there, where it probably should have been closer to 20-0 at the half because of the missed field goal and a couple other chances. But they were it seemed off for a little bit there. But the defense showed up. But yeah, I don't think I could, if I'm looking at the stat sheet and the game yesterday, I don't think I could take much away from it. They did what they had to do. but it was the Browns. They were down 4 starters on the offensive line. It's a rookie quarterback and a team that is ready to fucking go golfing.
But as you said, I gotta kind of side with Jason here, because these are the games like in the past that we would turn up and basically win by a field goal or, a last second touchdown. And it's like, oh, well, we were supposed to beat them anyway, but we just beat them at the end. Like, this is, yeah, I gotta be positive on this. I mean, like, yes, they went ahead and they beat up on a shit team, same shit team that beat the Packers. But at the end of the day, like, this is the confidence, like this is that get right. This is that, how the Bears got their groove back type movement, like you take the positive out of this. The thing that I found that was amazing was the pictures of the takeaways in their like defensive room. Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
they got a picture of every takeaway this year, and they mounted on the wall. Dude, this wall is like basically like under a desk now with the photos because there's been so many takeaways. It's little shit like that like builds camaraderie. And like, you see your photo on the wall from a takeaway, next thing you want to do is you want to add more photos, or if you see another guy get a photo, you want to add a photo, like it's that thing, So yes, you know what? It was against a shit team, but I'm happy. I'm thrilled, they could have took more away. They should have got that fumble before they blew the whistle on him. Like that should have been another one. But hey, I'm with Jason on this one. You got to be happy. You got to be thrilled.
Well, I'm sorry. I think it's 3-on-1 here because I'm going to back you up, and Jason, back you both up, because this momentum from basically plowing them, get it? Because it's been snowing. They plowed through them like they were supposed to. This is just, building momentum, and the snowball, I'll keep using snow puns, is going to continue to grow and grow. And they needed this game, like you said, Dougie, to get right, because this snowball of momentum going into Saturday now. Mm-hmm. And then we go through the Packers. We're going to make it all the way week over week with a dominant defense. And also to add to what the defense room is doing with all those photos, I also saw that they also have a cage. They have a cage where every one of the takeaways is autographed by the player who took the ball away. So they're trying to also fill up that cage, and it's already looking like 60, like 2/3 all the way full already. So it's great. I mean, you got Austin Booker, for example, right? The kid's come back. He's been wreaking havoc against, obviously suspect offensive line, but good. Maybe that's great for his momentum to get him, going for next week. I mean, 2 sacks, and what do you have? He had 4 QB hits. So, I mean, build on this. Build on it.
Yeah, the one negative thing that I will say was not seeing Montez Sweat that much at all. Like, this should have been his game, especially against backup linemen.
Yeah, no, you're right. He should have definitely had more of a presence. But I was just very happy to see the constant pressure that we're getting, and I love the stat that they put out there during the game that at one point the Bears had more touchdowns than Cleveland had first downs.
Yeah.
That's domination right there, man. I don't care how bad of a team Cleveland is. That's just pure fucking domination when you have more touchdowns than to give up first downs. Love it.
Yeah. I one of my funny takeaways of the whole game is that nobody wanted to tell Myles Garrett that he didn't get a full sack on that credit. Like, that he only got a half sack. Oh, dude, because he's sitting on the bench and he's like this, 22, 22, 22. And nobody was going up to him to let him know that it was only 21 and a half. Could you imagine had he gotten what he thought was the record-breaking touchdown, thinking like, hey, sack, and thinking like, hey, I got this thing, and start celebrating, and then somebody's got to have that conversation with them, like, bro, you're half short.
And he still got his. I talked about it last week. I was worried about his jump move, his glitch move. But yeah, I mean, compared to other games where like he is a great game wrecker. And like you saw it against the Patriots game, or the Patriots are a good team, and he single-handedly destroyed them for 60 minutes. Now he did get his today, but I thought they handled him well. There's that clip it's going around of Colson Loveland chipping him early in the game, and he put him on his ass. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Colson, like you got to get yours too. So it's little things like that where like I don't want to be the Debbie Downer of the group because like I said, I didn't want to give the defense too much credit, but we got our guy J2K Designs. Where I was going to give all the credit to was the offense because Cleveland defense is top 5. They got, the pass rush that they have is really good. Their coverage is actually really good too. They rank top 5 in pass defense as well. And I thought it was one of the offenses like top to bottom cleanest games possible. So as much as I don't want to give the defense credit because I think they went up against a bunch of scrubs, the Bears offense went up against an all pro defense, and that was belt to ass. Where I said they did play with their food for a little bit there, but DeAndre Swift ran the ball decisively and effectively, and it looked like they didn't want to fucking tackle that guy. There was points in the game where he just like, hey, I'm just gonna run through you, and I'm gonna get some extra yardage, and the Browns are like, all right, we're gonna do that, and like they didn't do anything about it. And the biggest takeaway was we talked about it last week, and I was like, the last piece of the puzzle is to get like a Caleb Williams get right game. And while he didn't have to go off for like Madden numbers, this is one of his best games of the season. Just looking at it, the passing, the decision making, getting the ball out early, getting the ball out to where you have to. There were still a couple drops that drove me crazy. Monangai had a really bad drop on a screen that should have gone for like 60 yards.
David said Johnson said that it should have went to the house.
Yeah, dude, they set up the blocking so well for that play where it was 3 guys against 2 and just yards of space. Like if he catches that ball, that might be a house call. But like Komet had a drop. There was a couple other things where it wasn't like the cleanest game, but it was still one of Caleb's best. And then that throw, can we talk about that throw to DJ Moore? I think I've watched it 100 different times.
That's Bears porn right there.
It's just football porn. If you ask me how many quarterbacks in the league right now can make that throw, it's a handful. It's maybe 5 guys, and Caleb was one of them. It was that's the shit that like I don't want to say keeps you up at night, but like that's the shit that like the Caleb intangibles, like no one else can do that. That's why he was, the number 1 overall draft pick. And it's great to see that. So like, if we get that momentum going, that was the last piece of the puzzle, because if he starts playing with that kind of swagger and confidence, look out.
I even said, I tweeted it, that throw, I think, was better than Montana's catch.
Dude, somebody on Twitter and on TikTok spliced them, so they put them side by side to each other, and it's funny because like obviously the Montana the catch, like it's in the Super Bowl and it's like a legendary thing, but it was also in the 1980s. You just see the athleticism nowadays compared to that. Like it just looked like everything was in slow motion then compared to now, where like he makes the catch and like he might be 18 inches off the ground, whereas DJ Moore comes out of nowhere like fucking Spider-Man, like, and just bullies somebody out of the play. The craziest thing about that play is like a lot of people were saying it was a risky throw. Caleb threw that where only DJ Moore can get it. Yes, there was 2 defenders there, but none of those guys were going to make the play on the ball. Caleb threw it to where only DJ Moore can get it. So it's like, I didn't even think it was that risky of a throw. It was just a fucking badass throw.
Yeah. So I watched that side by side. The one thing that made me kind of like giggle was, looking at the size of the pads, dude, that they used to wear back then. Dude, it looked like goalies. It looked like hockey goalies out there, dude, compared to like the, nowadays. But yes, like you said, I don't think it was that risky of a throw, because the only way that thing gets picked off is if it hits DJ Moore in the hands and it pops up somewhere or something like that. That's the only way that gets picked off, is if it ricochets off of, DJ Moore himself and or a tip drill type thing,
And I love Caleb's quote after the game where they asked him about that throw, and he just flat out said, I can make any throw. I'm like, fuck yes. You know, we're gonna talk hockey minute in a little bit because we got some bad news about Connor Bedard. But we've talked about like Connor Bedard playing with a little bit of an edge and a little bit of a bite this season with the Blackhawks. You know, like he's playing pissed off, if you will. If Caleb starts playing with that kind of like swaggy and just like a little bit of an attitude, like saying like, yeah, motherfucker, I can make that throw. Ah, dude.
Well,
that's where Bears boners, man. Bear boners.
He also did it like he was like passive aggressive in his press conference too. He's like, hold on, can I just say I thought I could only play, under center and I have my back to the defense. And so he was a little pissed off about he hears the chirping. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Joe. Any thoughts on the throw?
I thought the throw was phenomenal. DJ going up for it it was an amazing jump ball, but the way that there was like, you don't want to say Mahomes-ish because screw that guy. I'm gonna start saying Williams' type throws. Okay. So that's what we're gonna start doing. That was a Williams like throw, and this is what we have to look forward to because just like we talked about the defense, the last part of the segment, this is momentum building. You need to attack the level of competition, and especially when it's lower level competition, you got to plow right through them. And this is a great example of him now with his tune-up ready for next Saturday night.
Yeah, and I do like
get back right.
DJ Moore after the game when he got his game ball. He talked about like people thought I like lost it or like and I like he's like I'm here and then he talked about like this is his first 10 win like season as a pro. He's been on a lot of bad teams. Mm-hmm. So like we talked about, the last piece of the puzzle is that passing game. If DJ Moore and Caleb Williams and the rest of the team gets a little bit of a rhythm in the pass, because the run game's been there. The run game's been there for the last 10 weeks. It's now just like the passing game. And Colston Loveland, again, had a really awesome game. He made a catch not many tight ends can make. It was a critical 3rd and 7, and it was a 3rd down play where it was all hands, and Colston Loveland just got there and rolled over for the 1st down. And now that was he's made a couple of these type of plays, but it's like, oh yeah, that's why you drafted him 10th overall. That's why, he like they saw something in him. Like a lot of people can't make that play.
Yeah. I love the game that Colston had. And I think, yes, I know Ben wants his 2 tight end set. I think that at this point we can probably say Kmet is expendable if they can find a trade partner and bring in maybe more of a blocking tight end. No,
he is the blocking tight end.
Yeah,
dude. If you look,
but you don't want to pay that much for a blocking tight end, though. Is my point.
I think in Ben Johnson's system, and Cole Kmet got hurt, and I've been the biggest Cole Kmet hater of the group, but the way he's been blocking this season in particular, if you ask Ben Johnson, I don't think they're getting rid of him. If anything, you just let him play out the contract because the contract is what it is. But he's so valuable. If you just look, and I understand like Pro Football Focus isn't the end all be all, but like run blocking and pass blocking grades for tight ends, Cole Kmet's up there, man. So it's like, I don't know if Colston Loveland is able to do what he's done in the passing game if it's not for Cole Kmet blocking or DeAndre Swift or everything else. I think he's just as valuable as a lot of people. If you were to ask me who we need for the next 3 games, Roma Dunze or Cole Kmet, I'd rather have Cole Kmet healthy because he's that valuable to a bunch of the different formations that they're running right now. It's not just like the 2 and 3. Sometimes it's a 3 tight end sets because they got Smythe out there too. But like, it's crazy for me to be saying that, but I think Cole Kmet is just as valuable to this offense right now as anybody else.
What I did like, and if you noticed it, Ben Johnson ran that one play at least like 4 times. Caleb bootlegs, defender releases the tight end, and then just over the head, easy 1st down. They ran that probably 4 or 5 times, and the Browns had no chance of stopping that. Like Ben is like, you know what? You're gonna go attack Caleb and not cover Colston, or Kmet, like keep around. And I love that they just. It was like Tecmo Bowl. You only have 8 plays, and they ran the one play repeatedly. Love it.
But the big key to that was that he was actually hitting the targets, because we've seen it time and time again this season. He's overthrowing that shot because he gets a little antsy and stuff. So he was popping those things and hitting them. That was awesome. And that's what we needed, like we said, get right game, you do it against a bad team, and then, you've perfected it now, and hopefully that translates.
Do it again next week.
To next week. Yep.
Yeah. Running game, obviously very good again. We mentioned DeAndre Swift. He had 18 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5.4 yards per carry. Monangai, not that big of a game, as he had in the past couple of weeks. But again, the offensive line just continues to bully other defensive lines, creating these gaps. And whether it's Monangai or Swift, I don't think at this point, we talked about it that we'll address running back next offseason. I think at this point, you don't need to. DeAndre Swift is probably playing some of the best football that I've seen him play. Mm-hmm. And, we always thought him more as a, pass catching running back, and not a guy who can hit the gap, make defenders miss and everything. Not only is he doing that, hitting the hole, pun intended, but he's running through linebackers too. He's not getting that first hit and just going down. You saw that game yesterday against that defense. He was forcing those extra 3-4 yards after contact. Yeah. And that's awesome. And that's just a testament to not only the line making the holes, but just Swift coming and maturing as a running back, and not just being pigeonholed as a, running back in space. Let me, catch the ball and make a move.
It's also a testament to the offensive line coach, to the running back coach, to the offensive coordinator, to the head coach, and Chef Ryan Poles.
Fuck Kevin Warren.
I will say,
I didn't say anything about him.
It is yesterday, and DeAndre Swift has had a really, really good season and a lot of really good games. Yesterday was almost like something different because he looked so decisive in what he was doing, where, we were ready to run him out of town when they started 0-2, and it looked like he had some time. A lot of the times he had a hole and he would bounce it to the outside, and we were all like, yeah, he's an outside runner and things like that. Not only has the O-line completely changed this, but DeAndre Swift has completely changed his game. So we got to give credit to him as an individual. It's so, like I said, he bullied the Cleveland Browns. Like he said, I'm going to fucking run this ball and I'm going to run it down your throat. And he did. It's awesome. Kyle Monangai, it seemed like he had a little bit of, everyone was assuming Kyle Monangai was just going to fucking hurt people because of all the cold and everything. He just didn't have as good of a game, and that's going to happen to a rookie, right? Yeah. Like whether it's a rookie wall, I don't want to speculate and I don't want to say that. You just have a bad game. But DeAndre Swift was there and he had a fucking awesome game.
Yeah, I think Monangai only had like 31 yards or 33 yards.
Yeah,
33. Tree. Yeah, and also too, like they just kept pounding Swift too. They, like when something's working, Ben Johnson's going to keep going with it, So actually, I think that they could have ran the ball a lot more than they did.
There's a couple of times on it was like 3rd and 1. They passed the ball twice. One of them, Olamide Zaccheaus slipped, but everyone's like, why throw that ball? You just run it for 3rd and 1, and that happened in the Packers game as well, where we second guessed Ben Johnson on throwing it on 3rd and short when these guys are running for 3-4 yards at a time. I still like that decision. I still like that, like, you got to keep them guessing and you kind of keep him off balance, if you will. But yeah, like there was chances in that game where they probably could have ran it a lot more than they did. But like we mentioned, it was also a get right game for Caleb. So
yeah. Yep. So yeah. All right. Let's talk future state now. For the Bears. Obviously, we want to talk a little playoff picture real quick. So let's pop up the graphic here. Bears in second place. So they went from 1st to 7th to 2nd. So we do got some. We need LA to lose some games here. I'm gonna pull up real quick here. I don't know. I don't have the Rams rest
Remaining
of the schedule. Yeah, remaining schedule. I'm gonna pull it up right here. But
I know they got Seattle short week this week.
Thursday. Yeah,
Thursday.
that game's huge. Seattle versus LA Thursday night. Any Bears fan should be watching that.
So they got Seattle, then Atlanta, then Arizona. So they got a pretty soft schedule after Seattle. So we got to hope for a Seattle win. You know, on Thursday. But yeah, then you got at Atlanta and home against Arizona. That's the Rams are probably looking at 13 wins, I would say.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, we'll see. You know, Devontae Adams out, and then they couldn't close the door on last week when they got upset.
Oh, against Carolina.
Yeah, against Carolina.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it's 2 weeks ago.
The other thing we got to worry about, worry about. We're at the point where we got to worry about shit. If the Seahawks beat the Rams on Thursday, it would be a good thing. But that means that San Francisco now controls their own destiny. And if they win the next 3 games, they get the number 1 seed. So obviously the big factor in that is they play the Bears next week after the Packers. But there's a lot of moving parts, right? Like I think at this point you worry about the Packers and then finish off the division. That's your easiest way in there. If we are worried about the 1 seed, we're rooting for the Seahawks and then everyone else.
Yeah.
Because I think sorry, not to interrupt, but I believe if we beat the Packers and the Lions lose, we clinch. That is correct.
Clinch a playoff spot.
Clinch a playoff spot. If the Bears beat the Packers and win one other game, then you win the division.
Right. Okay.
So the 49ers this week they got the Colts. So let's go Grandpa Rivers.
Yeah, we're all Phillip Rivers fans.
Love him.
He should have beat Seattle this week.
Yeah.
And then the Bears, and then they finished the season at Seattle. So we're gonna be Seattle fans for a couple weeks. Weeks here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we are. But they're 11-3, so they got a game up on us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. It's like we're Seattle fans until we're not, because we need them to lose too.
Yeah.
Let's see Seattle. So we already talked. They got the Rams. They have the game against the 49ers. Their other game is against Carolina. So
so then we're Carolina fans for that game.
So the big one that I'm looking at is the Lions, and I know that the Lions have the Steelers this coming week, so it's not a gimme. Who do they have in between the Steelers and facing us?
The Vikings.
They have the Vikings.
And here's the thing: we don't want to talk about like in division things, but the Vikings still have the Packers and the Lions. If the Vikings could play spoiler here, that'd be great, because there's always that one division team that plays spoiler inside of the division. And say what you will about JJ McCarthy, I think the Vikings are playing better of late. So I'm not saying root for the Vikings, but maybe we are rooting for the Vikings, especially against the Packers and the Lions.
Can I got to say one thing, and I want to give an early MVB. And this is, for me to say this, we shit on them a lot. The schedule makers for the NFL, especially for the NFC, they fucking nailed it.
They nailed it.
Yep. They nailed it this year. I mean, look at how tight this race is. I mean, usually at this time of the year, you've got like teams that you're like, all right, they've already made the playoffs and this and that and everything. This year, everything is so freaking tight. I mean, man, you got, like I said before, you got a 10-win Bears team with 3 weeks left, and we don't even know if we're going to make the playoffs.
11 wins might not get us in.
Might not.
You got to get the 12. 12 is the magic number.
Yeah. That's insane.
They need must-see TV.
The one last caveat to all of this, and I know the Steelers are playing right now, and Julie probably doesn't want to hear this, but the Ravens play the Lions as well, and the Ravens are fighting for the AFC North. If Lamar could somehow beat the Lions, I'm all in for that too.
Yeah. All right. So as we mentioned, it is FTP week. Got the Packers Saturday night. But the biggest news about this game is no Micah Parsons. Yesterday he tore his ACL, out for the season. Non-contact injury. It's pretty nasty if you watch the game live or you saw the replay. But like the Packers, obviously, I think after losing Parsons, I'm not going to take anything away from the Broncos. The Broncos are a very, very good team. The Packers, I think they just got deflated and demoralized after finding out that Parsons went down the way he did, and he even screamed like "I'm out," after he got hurt. We all say that we want to beat the Packers at their best, at their full strength. Obviously, we'd love to beat them when like Rodgers was at his peak and Favre was at his peak. And as much as I want that still want that, to show that the Packers fans that even at your best, we are better. Mm-hmm. I'd rather beat the Packers when they're down than lose the game. Yeah. So I'm taking this any way I can get it. We're fighting for a playoff spot. We need every, advantage we can get. And I know it's not full strength, but if it means us eliminating the Packers from the playoffs, I'm okay with that. I'd rather beat them when they're down than lose when they're at full strength.
Right. I mean, they didn't give a shit when Jay Cutler hurt his leg in the NFC Championship game. They still hung their hat on winning that one. So yeah, they don't really care. But I'm not going to root for anybody to get injured. But yes, I mean, it does lighten the load a little bit. And I think a lot of people are overlooking the Christian Watson injury. I mean, that dude took a trip to the ER yesterday with a chest. So who knows if he's even going to play?
Let's see if I can find a updated.
Yeah, latest report was it wasn't as serious as originally thought.
Yeah,
that I saw today.
So you just got a broken heart.
From everything I saw this morning, he took a trip to the ER. It would be unlikely that he plays on Saturday with the short week, but I think they avoided major injury with him. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that Christian Watson ripped us apart 2 weeks ago. So it is like, yeah, you don't root for injuries like we talked about, but it's the NFL. Everyone is hurt. Everyone has someone big that's hurt right now. And these are the things that happen week in and week out. So it's like, yeah, like Packers fans online are, they might be delusional at this point. They don't know how to handle this type of stuff because they're blaming Bears fans for Micah Parsons getting hurt and stuff like that. I'm like, you guys are fucking crazy.
I think the big delusion is they kind of know that this year was going to have to be almost Super Bowl or bust with how much money they dished out for this dude and how they're gonna go into cap space hell in about another year and a half.
No, like not you're correct, 100% correct on that. Mm-hmm. And think of it this way too: he's got an ACL injury. That's 9 months to a year, 9 to a year at the the window. So there's no guarantee he's going to be ready for the start of the season. And if he is, he's definitely going to be on a snap count, not paying at full strength. So you're going to be paying a lot of money to a guy who might not even play for your team until October, November at the earliest next year.
Yeah, and then if you're checked out by then, they don't get the wins that they need. They don't make the playoffs, or they don't make the playoffs next year. Then they're in their cap space hell in 2 years, and then what? What was it for? What was it all for? For nothing.
It took a big chance.
I love that we're projecting onto next year's Packers. I just want to fucking win next week. I don't give a shit about next year's Packers season. Just win on Saturday.
I mean, I think we all love that.
Yeah.
4 out of 4, we all want them to win and blow them out on Saturday. Parsons or not. I mean, I'm nice. So I want to blow them out when they're at full strength. That's me. Because then that way there's no doubt. I don't care about, I know, Jay, you're about to show off a segment here in a minute about some of the reactions, but if they want to, harp on us that we're bad fans or whatever the case may be because some of their players are hurt and whatever comments are being made, Dougie, you said it a minute ago. They didn't care when we're hurt.
Mm-mm.
They're dunking on us that they beat us when Jay Cutler got hurt. So, yeah, whatever. FTP.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I want to talk about this for a second. Why the fuck are we doing FTP? Just say it with your chest. Fuck the Packers.
I can't say it. I need a super chat. And then
What about you, Jason? You FTPing all day long.
I'm just going with the trend, baby.
No, say it with your chest. Fuck the
Packers. I'll say it loud and proud, but you know.
Thank you.
If this helps, if saying FTP gets us in the algorithm, I'll say it. I'll tweet out FTP all fucking day.
If we're worried about algorithms, 6-7.
Yeah, right.
I love that. Wait, you know, like the STP shirt. Can we do an FTP shirt?
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should definitely get an FTP shirt. I like it. All right, so the last Bears thing I got, and it's kind of funny, is after the and I did this a couple weeks ago, but after the Bears lost, especially the loss against the Packers, I went down into the cesspool, the dungeons of Reddit, the Chicago Bears subreddit, and I had to see the meatheads and the Neanderthal Bears fans, some of their takes that they had on there, and it didn't disappoint, guys.
I'm sure it didn't.
It did not disappoint. So without further ado, I'm going to bring back the cesspool of Reddit tweets, Lost to Packers edition. First one. These aren't in any particular chronological order. They're just kind of grouped. First one I got, and I redacted the names. Caleb versus Cutler, bigger arm discuss.
That's a great question. If we're talking deep ball, I'm still going with my man 6, Cuddy forever. I love Caleb. I paint my nails. I'm all in on Caleb. But Cutler threw a fucking beautiful deep ball. I might say Cutler's got the bigger arm.
I feel like it's just too early. It's just too early to tell. You know, like Cutler always had a big arm, but it got bigger towards the end of his career. You know, like he was hitting those shots. Like when he was in Denver, he was hitting shots, but he wasn't hitting shots like he was in Chicago. So I'm going to have to abstain from this, and I will revisit in 2 years.
I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but I'm going to say Cutler had that thing on him. Mm-hmm. So Cutler was slinging that thing. Definitely. He's slinging in Denver. He's slinging it with us too.
I think we all kind of agree that Cutler had a bigger arm, but my point for this, including his tweet or post on Reddit, was: can we stop with the revisionist history and all that with the people were talking about Ben Johnson and the Nagy last time I did this, the comparisons, and I'm like, can we just stop comparing to the old Bears teams that made us miserable? Like, yes, Cutler had a bigger arm, but we got Caleb now. And I want people to focus on the positives for Caleb.
The Steelers are doing something. Do you hear that? The Steelers are doing something out there. My wife's going crazy.
All right, here's where it gets fun, guys. If Bears offered a 3rd-round pick for Tyson Bagent, would you give him up?
Yes,
in a heartbeat. Yeah. But no one in their right mind is going to offer a 3rd-round pick for Tyson Bagent, who fucking hasn't played any fucking games.
Eddie, hypothetical.
I like that they had to go hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
I also, next time we do this, don't blur out the names.
You want to put people on blast, right, Dougie?
Yeah, it's gotta, yeah.
Hey, I mean, sometimes these folks go on Reddit, and Jay, you called it what it is, the cesspool of Reddit. Sometimes they're out there for what do the kids call it these days?
The clout.
The clout, the engagement farming.
The
farming
of engagement.
Yeah, exactly. They do it just for that sometimes. So I could see it. I mean, this guy guy or girl got 52.
Yeah, comments, 52 comments, but 0 up or down votes. That means
weird.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a bad.
Yeah, no one in their right mind is ever giving a 3rd round pick for Tyson Bagent who doesn't play. I mean, you take it if you ever get offered it because you're never getting anything. Kind of like when Poles should have taken a 4th round pick for Velus fucking Jones.
Yeah.
Edit, so. not hypothetical.
Yeah. With Caleb's low completion percentage,
oh my God!
Just sign Phillip Rivers.
Get the fuck out of here. That's
serious answers only, please.
This is fishing. They got you good on this one.
Yeah. That's why I put it on the show.
0 chance this is a serious thing.
He put serious answers only.
Shame.
No.
Shame.
Seriously.
Wait. Did you take out the username on this?
Yeah, I redacted the names.
No, we should be shaming them publicly. This is fucking
put them on blast.
We just talked about that.
Oh, you did say that? Yeah.
Yeah. Put them on blast.
All right. Next time I won't redact names next time. I was trying to
name names.
What's this? Epstein files?
Yeah.
Files.
Release the Bears Reddit list.
We want to see all the names.
Yeah, like that just can't be a serious tweet. Like, yeah, we're just gonna give up
That's
on our
crazy.
1st round draft pick for fucking 45-year-old Phillip Rivers. All right,
FTP on there though.
Yeah. We got some blame started going around for the loss. I blame Bona for the loss. They tried to jump on Wiener Circle's coattails and ruin the vibe. Stay in your lane, Bona.
Oh, I agree with that. You know what's funny? We had our guy, the Rougarou, to talk Italian beefs, and he's a big Bona fan. I've only had it once ever. I had it again this week. Bona stinks, man. Bona beef stinks out loud. Holy shit, was that a bad beef? Yeah, they should not be getting in on the Wiener Circle coattails. That was their thing. It was their fun thing. No need to jump on.
So I think it was if the Bears won by 14. Yeah,
it was a good, better, best promo.
Yeah, if the Bears won by 14 points, you get a free beef. 7 points, it was like a cheese fry or something.
Yeah.
So that was the first blame. Another blame. I can't believe I'm saying this, but fire the equipment manager. Why do we keep falling down?
This was an honest. I saw a TikTok where somebody cut a video of all the slips for that Green Bay game. It was pretty bad. So I don't know. Obviously it's a home game, so you would think the equipment will be better. But that's the thing. This happens in soccer all the time, where depending on what pitch you play on, the stud size or the stud type is a big thing. They were slipping all over the place last week or 2 weeks ago. So this one of all the ones you've posted, Jay, I kind of like this one.
So
yeah, you saw videos of them like swapping out studs like crazy.
It happens.
So we're going to fire the equipment manager. Then we're just putting the loss on him.
No, I wouldn't say fire, but at least put him on notice. We talked about Richard Hightower has to be held accountable for the special teams, and the special teams besides Cairo Santos, which we didn't talk about during the Bears thing. The special teams had a really good game yesterday. Devin Duvernay and everyone else. Torrey Taylor had a really good punt. Special teams was on point, but you got to put their feet to the fire. So now we got to put the feet to the equipment manager's fire.
All right. This one. Can we stop pretending Rome Odunze is good? Edit for data. Caleb is completing 60% of his passes to anyone not named Odunze and only 48.8 to passes to Odunze. And he goes on and on with the stats. He's been targeted 90 times. It has 44 catches. Last year it was 101 and 54 catches. He didn't even play in that game. And he already against the Packers, and he got hate for. So apparently this guy doesn't think Odunze is good. Is he? I'm not gonna say he is right because he's not.
I will say, I think Rome Odunze is a very good receiver, but I like this guy as the Jekyll and Hyde to James Odunze, Rome Odunze's dad. He's chronically online and he needs to be checked. So if this guy, name redacted, could just tweet this straight to James Odunze or whatever his name is, then we're doing an oil and water kind of thing or a yin and yang kind of thing. So I think Roma Dunze is good, but if you have these type of stats, send him to the dad.
I like it.
I agree.
He says at the end, so he can strap Dragon the offense down with his brick hands. I don't know if he's got brick hands, but
No.
He has a propensity for some drops, but everybody does. This team has been dropping the ball all season long.
Yeah.
Well, J2K Design just said Burr has a better future. He thinks that Burr has a better future because this person posts Luther Burn, wide receiver 1, Roma Dunze, wide receiver 2. Loving all the shine Burn has been getting lately, both locally and nationally. Note this is not a shit on Rome post, but this is an objective look at both of them. And he goes on and on with the rant and the stats and everything. I'm not going to read all of it, but so Roma Dunze getting a lot of hate in the Bears subreddit lately about his play.
I got nothing, dude. I could be okay. I'd be okay with this. You know, Luther Burden seems like he's becoming that dude. We've said it multiple times over the last year that we believe that these guys are going to be 1-2 of the future. So whatever the order is, I don't really give a shit.
I don't care either.
This is a good problem to have. This is exactly what we want to worry about going into next season and next off season. If we're worried about Luther Burden taking the next step and him becoming an WR1, yeah, sign me up. I think the Eagles had very similar conversations about Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, both very good receivers. But like, if we're arguing about that, yeah, sign me up for that. But worry about this season first. We got to beat the Packers.
I thought it was just interesting though that Dunze got a bunch of hate this week when he didn't even play. You know, and maybe the injury he was playing through it, and that maybe hurt his play in the field. So
hurt.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold it completely against him if he's not 100% healthy. But I think it's way too early for the shit on Rome, posts that a lot of people are seeing.
You know how the webs are. What have you done for me lately?
Right,
and if you're not around, staying relevant and proving yourself week in, week out,
he ain't Kevin White. Okay.
No.
That's all right. We got a couple more here. This one was funny. For those of you planning on attending the game, what clothes are you wearing? I would like to know down to the type of underwear you are wearing.
Oh shit!
This is a text Jason sent me back when we were going clubbing in our early 20s.
Can we say Creeper Bears fan? He wants to know what underwear are you wearing to the game, Dougie?
Yeah.
Talk to me about your long johns.
Right. Man.
How are they built for comfort? Where
right. You going waffle pattern?
That's wild.
This reads like texting your girlfriends, what are you wearing before a girl's night out or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And also, what does it smell like?
Yeah. Extra credit for visuals.
My man, you do not need to post this on the Reddit. A simple Google search for warm winter clothing will be sufficient. Don't come up as a creeper asking the internet, what are you wearing?
So I will tell you this, Greg Braggs, shout out to him. He went very in depth on what you should be wearing and everything like that, and gave out the hot tip about standing on cardboard. I don't know if you guys saw that or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then all these people started. Yes, Jeff saw it. The Bears have it on their thing. They have a no cardboard policy. You can't bring cardboard into Soldier Field. Insane.
That's crazy.
Next up. Oh, that's the last one. When you lose, you just drink a pitcher of Italian beef. Post-loss, non-alcoholic drink of choice.
Okay.
Just beef.
I love that.
Dougie, can we get you to do a food challenge?
I'd go. I'd do it. I love Anjou.
I love that picture. Everything about that picture and picture is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do it only if it were birria and consomme.
Oh, now we're talking.
Now you're talking diarrhea.
All right, content for the webs.
It's consomme, dude.
So that's all the bad Reddit I got. Whoop.
Oh, damn.
See what happens when we win on Saturday. What all the good posts would be. So
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a fun one of those next week.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Dougie, give us your hockey minute.
All right, hockey minute. We're in shambles. We're in fucking shambles. Obviously, as everybody knows on the internet, our boy Bedard, our sweet angel, got a little messed up. He was going to take a shot off of the face-off and got his arm caught up. There was a dirty cross check, but it wasn't the cross check that would injured him. It was the follow through on the shot. Obviously, with hockey, they don't disclose what the injuries are. I believe that he has a pretty bad AC joint strain.
Separated shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know if it completely separated, but he definitely messed up some stuff. And the bad part is with hockey, they don't tell you what it is. So I'm going to guess that it's probably a grade 2 strain. They already announced basically they're not even going to relook at him until the beginning of the beginning of the next year. So that sucks. With the bad comes the good. Nick Lourdes gets called up. A well-deserved call up. Speed, some decent shots. Baloney, stop shaking your head. I don't do it when you talk soccer. So
I don't talk soccer.
Well, for good reason. Nobody cares. So he's got some good speed. You're going to see some. He honestly could have scored 2 goals in his debut. He has a nice little cannon on him. So that'll be interesting to see. But until then, I don't know what to think. Obviously, Bedard's future with possibly making it to the Olympics for Team Canada is all but gone now. Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, the way that stadium is set up for the Olympics, it might not get done in time, and it might not be safe enough for the NHL players, so they might just back out completely anyway. So we might not see NHL players in the Olympics anyway. That's my hockey minute.
Good job.
Get well soon, Connor.
Yeah.
All right. We talked football. We talked minute hockey. We're gonna talk a little baseball because the Sox had some very, very good news this week, and that is they re-signed Tim Elko to a minor league contract with an invitation to spring training.
You son of a bitch.
That's the best news of the week.
Only reason why I wore my White Sox stuff today.
Yes. The ping pong balls have dropped. Our blessed Holy Father, Pope Leo, has bestowed his Holy Spirit upon us and blessed us with the number 1 overall pick. We are taking Rock Chalowski, at least for now.
Yeah, are we?
I think so. I think everyone's in, at least all the pundits are in consensus that as of right now, it is Rock Chalowski, UCLA shortstop. So he should be good. Look at that. Look, we got some draft lottery talk here. So as we mentioned last week, the Sox had a 27% chance of getting it, and Twins, who had the second best odds, they moved down. So good to see that the Twins misery continues. But I think I said it. I think this is MLB rewarding Justin Ishbia for getting Jerry out of MLB eventually. It's going to be a couple of years, but I think this is the reward. You can call it. I'm going to put the tinfoil hat on conspiracy theory. I think this is what had to happen. And, they had the historically bad season last year, but because of the stupid MLB rules, couldn't draft, have a chance for number 1 pick because they had to, they were ineligible for it. But we're back, baby. And I think it's a good time to be back. So we'll have to talk some more baseball as the winter gets along. But I'm very, very happy with what, is going to happen now. Sox got the biggest bonus pool. So they can overpay, underslot them and overpay other people. Yeah. Thoughts on Sox picking number 1?
Best case scenario. It's everything we asked for. It's everything we talked about last week. And it's great that, Rock Chalowski, I mean, the comps are Troy Tulowitzki. I saw a bunch of people doing is as close to generational as they come. He is playing another season of college baseball this season, so that's the one thing that, like, you know, the Sox being the Sox, and and I know things are changing in the city of Chicago, but I'm knocking on wood. I'm doing the rabbit foot, any kind of luck, because it would be very White Sox to be like, yeah, we're all in on Rock Chalowski, and then, you know, ACL or something happens where it's like, now the number one isn't as number one as we all thought. But I don't want to put that out there, even though I already did. Yeah, it'll be fun. Rock Chalowski, shortstop, Colson Montgomery, third base, and then go from there.
I'm still in PTSD mode when it comes to draft picks and everything like that, and getting my hopes up on White Sox prospects. I think baseball is the biggest crapshoot of a draft that there is. A lot of guys just don't pan out. So I'm going to temper my expectations. I am excited that we have the opportunity to pick the best player available, and nobody else can do that but us, since we have the number one pick. So I'm excited for that, but I will not be excited until I can see him in our system and how he's progressing.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I am just as excited for this number one pick as I was when we drafted Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls, as I was when we drafted Connor Bedard, as I was when we drafted Caleb Williams. At this point, how often do any Chicago team that we love get a number one overall pick? So far, the last three, we've gotten it right, I think. So I think we go 4 for 4 here with Rocky. So we got to get Rocky. You know, he's looking at, you know, some of the prospects that are like top 5 right now in all the mocks. He's a 4 out of 5 tool player from what I saw. The only tool he's missing, but is the speed that's not supposed to hinder him.
And it's still pretty fast. It's just not a 5 tool. So I'll take that.
Right.
Yeah, apparently he's got like a 65 grade, you know, coming, you know, as of right now, as a prospect ranking, and I guess that's one of the highest, or the highest, that any prospects has had in a, you know.
Yeah, so, as long as he can overachieve and overexceed all 4 tools he does have, I don't care about speed. Look at Paul Konerko, King Konerko.
Yeah. Peter, you mentioned about, you know, Colson Montgomery too. Yeah, don't forget, last year the Sox, they drafted Billy Carlson, shortstop. So now they got his first round pick last year, shortstop, potentially another shortstop. Maybe one goes to third. Colson, we need a left fielder still, so maybe Colson better put on a different glove and go learn how to read pop flies.
Nah, put him at second. Put him at second. Chase Mydroth could go out there and shag fly balls.
Hey, we're gonna need a DH eventually.
Yeah. See, if be interesting if they actually do trade Cuero. So apparently the Sox shut down the Kyle Teal talks. So I do want both of them back, but I don't know if there's going to be enough roster spots for everyone. So I think we're going to have to get, maybe get our friend Sean W. Anderson to come back or something and talk some Sox and some draft, in the near future. And
yeah, I mean, I talked to Beefloaf on Wednesday. We talked a little bit about the Rule 5 draft too. You got Jetixon Paez and Alexander Alberto, 2 big, hard-throwing pitchers. And the White Sox have a history of doing pretty good with the Rule 5 of late. So that'll be interesting to keep an eye on those 2 guys. Because Jetixon Paez sounds like he can possibly be a starter. And then Alberto is just a 6'8" guy that could be at the back end of the rotation, throwing a 100 mile an hour like curveball or sliders. I'll take that.
Yeah. All right. One last thing, kind of a headline. John Cena had his last match on Saturday main event against Gunther. He tapped out. He said he hasn't tapped. He only tapped out like 4 times in his career, and he tapped out to end his career. Did you guys agree with the final booking decision, or did you want him to go out on top? Get the You know, I know they usually put the guy over, but did you agree with everything?
Joey, you could go. Or Dougie, go.
No, I'm going to keep mine short and sweet. I just didn't agree with the opponent. Like, I just thought that there could have been a better opportunity for somebody else. Gunther, in my opinion, has gotten where he needs to be at this point, and like he's kind of. I just don't think he's gaining anything from tapping out Cena. Doesn't do nothing for me.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people have the same thought you did, Dougie.
Yeah.
If you saw his treatment leaving the arena with like, they did a really good job filming that. Gunther basically walking to the tour bus and just the fans berating him. And he's just walking with his suitcase, you know, little bit of a smirk on his face. That's when I was like, they did exactly what it was supposed to do. He's going to be a monster heel for the next 10 years. And he's building himself a little bit of a legend killer vibe to him as well. Now retiring some people. I know Gunther's not for everybody, but I really like him. And I think he's one of the best wrestlers out there right now. I thought it was the right decision. You go out on your back. You go out putting another guy over. And the entirety of this last like year of Cena, for as much as we complained about him, you know, burying people for the entire part of his career, I thought he did really good by Dom Mysterio in the last like 2 months. And now he's doing the same for Gunther. I liked it. Joey, me, you, and Johnny were watching it live. We were in a text chain together. For as much as WWE fucks up a lot of this kind of stuff, I thought the broadcast, the video packaging, the messaging, and everything was really good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was about as good as they could have done.
I'm going to say this. A lot of fans are so spoiled today. This is a whole new generation of fans. They are picking sides of, I only like AEW, or I only like WWE, or I only like whatever. And what they're doing is obviously a lot of the hate that you see on social media about this, what transpired here, this event, is a lot of those fans for AEW or other federations or companies that don't like WWE. And in most cases, the right thing happened. John Cena went out like he's supposed to, passing the torch. Hulk Hogan did its Ultimate Warrior. The Rock did it for John Cena. I mean, the list can go on and on. Ric Flair did it to HBK, before HBK. The new fan bases, I need this new toy for Christmas that everyone's talking about. And once I have that new toy, which whoever dream opponent they had for Cena, I wanted Edge personally. But anyway, if it's a newer superstar that's up and coming that they would rather have face Cena to have him put them over, what's happened the last several WrestleManias when they hype up a paper champion just to win the title, have the Cinderella story? You played for that toy with 5 minutes, and now, Mom, Dad, I need a new toy. That's exactly why they're booking things right now the old school way, because Gunther, Peter, you said it perfectly. This dude's going to dominate for a decade as a heel. And guess what's going to happen? We're going to be tired of him, as we were Cena his probably first 10 years. He's going to turn into a massive face when he finally breaks. The same thing happened with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, and that's all I got to say about that, son.
Yeah. The one thing I will say, and I said it was borderline perfect. The one thing I will agree with people is he has his entire career was never give up. I thought it would have been cool if he just passed out instead of tapping. If he just passed out and kind of did the Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin route of like, you got choked out and then like he wakes up coming through and everyone's cheering for him. I didn't think he necessarily had to tap. I understand why he did with the smile and him being content and like, this is all I had to give. I get that. But if he would have passed out and like they went that route, I thought that would have been good.
Yeah. What if he was, as he was passing out, he gave you one of these?
Yeah, just one of these.
Hey, maybe he went out the way he wanted to go out. So
no, that's true. JT's in the comments, and I agree. Like John Cena didn't do anything he didn't want to do for the entirety of this last run of his, including Saturday night.
I just think Gunther, he's going to be a mega heel one way or the other, and I just don't. I think somebody else could have benefited a little bit more from that little Cena pop, like maybe a guy named Joe Henry. I don't know.
That guy stinks, man.
No, I'm just saying, like, I would have loved to seen somebody else that maybe needed the push a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think Gunther was already on the way,
I saw a lot of people saying, like, why not give Braun Breaker that opportunity instead of Gunther? And I just think Braun Breaker's not there yet. You could tell by the promos he cut, and he's trying, and he's giving it his all, and he's awesome, but like he's just not there yet.
You know who he reminds me of? Roman Reigns. When Roman Reigns just wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
When everybody wanted him to win the Royal Rumble and then just wasn't there yet, and then he wins the Royal Rumble the next year and everybody hates him.
That's a good comp.
Yep. I agree with that one a lot.
All right. Before we get to Bums and MVBs, we're going to play a quick ad for our stuff.
ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com is the home for all Chicago sports bums merch. We have Bears, Hawks, socks, and bums merch available. Anything you need to get ready for a big game or a Chicago sports bums event. Remember, all profits go directly back into our Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates to keep the beer and food free for everyone. So head over to ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com and pick up a couple Toot Tree shirts today.
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
Bum. All right, let's get to our listener Bums and MVBs. First up is my wife bumming me for filming a car promo. I transporting precious cargo, eyes on the road. I was coming back with Max, and it's like, why not include her in a nice little promo? So I was in a residential by a stop sign. So
is that your spin zone?
Yeah,
that's my spin story, zone. And he's sticking to it.
Yep, my spin zone.
Well, I get it.
Plead the
car promo is not for everyone. I stopped bringing my kids along for the car promos. If you notice, it's after I drop them off from school because I don't want to get yelled at like you just did.
Yep. Next up, we got JT MVB ping pong balls. Yes, Sox game #1 pick.
Hell yeah.
His bum of the week: Bears ownership and Kevin Warren. Dougie's gonna love this one.
Yeah.
We were told shovels in the ground this year. Can't wait for the Bears Bear Dome to be a thing. If you can't afford it, then sell the team. Again,
preach.
The worst president in professional football. Wasted going on 3 years now of just whatever. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for, but shovel should have been in the ground 2 years ago.
I agree with all of this. I agree with all of that sentiment, JT. But Dougie, you might know this. That's not a digging shovel. That's not the shovel in the ground that we want.
That would be the shovel that Kevin Warren would use, though. But seriously, you want to talk about a guy that is absolutely benefiting from the Bears' success. Is that dude, because he ain't doing shit right now, and because this team is winning, his job is nowhere near in jeopardy like it should be.
I fucking hate saying this with every fiber of my being. I wish we had Ted Phillips back.
No, get out there.
No way.
No shit. We're
Warren is so horrible at his job, man.
And, all right,
listen, we don't know that. We don't know how much Kevin Warren was instrumental in bringing Ben Johnson in. If Kevin Warren was the guy that opened up McCaskey's pocketbooks, job for life, because Ben Johnson is the reason we're all happy right now. And we don't know if it was Ryan Poles, Kevin Warren, a combination of the two. or just old man McCaskey on his own. But somebody did something to change the way McCaskey thinks, because they never spent this kind of money on a coach. And it's not only the coach, it's Dennis Allen, it's Dan Ruchar, it's all of the Antoine Randall. Something changed. I understand it was Ben Johnson, but something changed to bring Ben Johnson to the Bears. So if it was Kevin Warren, and I don't want to give him credit, but if it was, then this is a different discussion.
This is what we need to do. 100%. There is no bones about this. Jason, you brought this up. Now it's your time to wear it. You need to go on Reddit right now and post that same thing. And we're going to go back in 1 week and read the comment.
Yes.
We have to do this.
Yes. Post that comment on Reddit, James.
All right.
Make a burner if you have to, if you don't want to dox yourself.
I'll get karma down for...
No. Yeah. Make a new account. Make a new Reddit account and post that.
Yes. And we'll revisit this next week when we're happy after we beat the fuck out of the Packers, and we can go ahead and read all of these.
Yeah, I love that. I love that idea, Dougie.
Good job, Dougie. All right. King S, MVP, Bears. Bubble Week. All right, Sam, you need to do some variety. You rinse and repeat.
I love it. Keep it going.
All right. His Bubble Week is both sub-zero temperatures, but he did say Bubble Week for Max, the dog, my dog. When someone takes your ball and doesn't throw it back, yeah, she hates that. So don't take her toys. Yeah. So I will give allow. I like that Bubble of the Week for him.
Yeah. Also, why don't you like Bears? Bears are Bears. Bears.
No, I like it. I need some variety. Jeff Bartlett, MVP, Dow Pope, making sure the Sox are the number 1 pick. Yes, he blessed. Holy Father has blessed us.
Divine.
Next up, Lil Yumper, MVP, Bears and Rob Reiner, Bum, Cairo Santos, and the Cold. R.I.P. Rob Reiner.
Yeah, I mean, we did not add that story to headlines, but it's fucking craziest headline you'll read this week. Sad. Sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. Rest in peace. They did arrest his son, though, so.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being Conan O'Brien? No. That
I don't get the reference.
They like the whole family was at his Christmas party, and that's where the fight started.
Oh no shit! I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't get where you're going. Like,
because Conan O'Brien had that viral video this week about when his parents died.
Oh yeah.
That was like some of the best, like boys being boys, guys busting balls kind of bit. I didn't know if I was like, where are you going with this, Dougie?
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
I'm sorry, I thought you guys knew. Yeah. I guess he threw his like annual Christmas party on Saturday, and I guess the Rob, the wife, and the son were there, and I guess they got into a huge altercation at the party. Screaming at each other, all that stuff. The husband wife leave. I guess he stays for a little bit and then goes home, and that's when he did it all. So
damn.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. That's what I was saying. Could you imagine being Conan O'Brien? Like,
no, that's
context.
Sad. Yeah, that was
sorry. I thought you guys
so sad.
Yeah, no, that is super sad.
And then Mailman Jack, Bum of the Week, the classiest person occupying the White House that can't even inject a little empathy. He posted a picture of a Trump tweet. I'm not gonna read the whole fucking thing because it doesn't deserve the time. So, but it's a bad.
It's crazy take. It's a fucking worst take you could possibly when somebody passed away. Yeah. It was crazy.
MVP Yumper and Tony from at the show podcast. I really had a crappy day today, and they sent me a little something in the mail. They're awesome, and he has a picture of a hoodie with his name on it.
Imagine having to deliver your own gift.
Yeah, that's a good point.
To me,
hey, dude, what if Yumper sent it FedEx?
That's a good point.
All right, Dougie, kick us off today.
All right. Quick and easy MVP. I feel like I'm MVP in this dude every week, but I got an MVP baloney. That chug was amazing. That was awesome.
Oh,
it was
all right.
It was really cool to see. Like I was saying, I was being honest. I see this video winding down to like 20 seconds, and I'm like, this dude's failing. He's gonna go down hard, and then you slam it, and I audibly in the middle of the living room go, "Oh my god!" And Mary goes, "What happened?" I'm like, "Baloney chugged a beer." And
I drank a beer.
It was yeah. It was the most lackluster of a look that I've ever gotten from Mary. But anyway, my bum of the week, and I feel like I'm bumming the week these guys every single year, and maybe it's my fault for continuing to go to that well, but the United Center concessions.
Again?
I had another Frygate.
Crazy.
Another Frygate. Jason, you were there for this one. It actually costed me seeing the Bedard goal. So Maddie Fresh, she's a fry girl. She wanted me to get her fries. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, let's just wait until the period begins because I'm not standing in line when, lines are crazy and everything. Well, period begins, lines are still crazy. So I'm over there waiting, and I'm waiting for a good 15 minutes. And finally I get up to the front, and I'm like, I'll take two things original fries. They're like, sorry, we're out of fries. We've been out of fries. I'm like, and it's a fry stand. That's a thing. It's a fry stand that sells chicken tenders and fries. It's like that's all they sell. Like, how do you not start telling people that are waiting in line that they're out of fries? Like, key component to the fries. Yes, like whatever. Or, we've all been there where you see at a sporting event and they're like, just so everybody knows we're out of fries, or hey, it's going to be a long wait, nothing. And they got it all the way up there, and that was it. They were like, oh, we got a 15-minute wait for chicken tenders if you want those. I was like, damn. No. And then I saw Jason. Jason saw I was visibly upset. I missed the Bedard goal. And so bum of the week, them again. I'm like, how do you not get concessions right? How do you run out of French fries? How is that a thing?
Potato shortage. That's the Irish.
Idaho,
yeah. Idaho.
How do you run out of cup holders?
You would know how to piss me off, Joey.
All right, I'm gonna go next. For multiple weeks in a row, I don't have an MVB. I think people just
that should just be your gimmick. Nobody, no good people. Jason's always
Grinch.
Yeah, always upset.
Joey, give me your gloves.
I do have a couple 2-3 bums this week.
All right.
My first bum is this piece of shit.
I don't even know who you're talking about. I just made me laugh. This piece of shit.
Eric Lambert,
cliffhanger,
fucking clickbait, fucking nerd. After the whole Michigan University scandal went down, he decided he's gonna do what he does best and fucking post clickbait head articles on sports mockery, and he posts Chicago Bears connected to massive scandal involving college coach. And this was after the whole breaking and entering, arresting, appropriate. So trying to make it seem like the Bears are connected somehow, when it was a big fucking nothing burger. A Bears employee is like the second cousin to someone in Michigan. It's the biggest fucking just fake news headline that you could possibly imagine. And I don't know why our friends at Sports Mockery they continue to allow this shit to go on. This was taken down, but it's editing, editors, chief editor. Don't even let it go up to begin with, because just to associate the Bears with what's going on in Michigan, it's a fucking egregious, especially when it's not even remotely related. It's an employee of a family member involved in it. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
No, I agree with you completely.
Yeah.
And we do have friends at Sports Mockery, a lot of friends at Sports Mockery, but like how we'd say, we don't judge Barstool as a whole because there's a bunch of assholes at Barstool. There's also a bunch of good people. We could say that about the same thing. There's a bunch of assholes at the Bums, but there's a couple 2-3 good ones, Joey. Yeah, it was. It's clickbaity as clickbaity can get. There's a way to phrase this, even if you want to report it as accurate, because when the story broke, it's a Bears scout. The daughter of the Bears scout is the extramarital affair involved. But there's a way to phrase that and not say Bears connected to a massive scandal, because that's as clickbaity as it comes, and it sucks. And it's why people. I understand why people don't like sports mockery, and it's a very much the same thing that like Deadspin and Gawker used to do back in the day. Right. It's for clicks, and I get it, dude. The reason is Lambert's employed is he generates a shit ton of clicks, but a lot of the times it rubs a lot of people the wrong way, present company included, because like we're on to his game, we understand what he does, and it sucks.
Yeah, credibility.
Right. Yep. My second bum of the week. I hate to do it. I got to bum Joey P.
Oh, hell yeah. That's dirty, baby. What happened here?
Yeah. I wanted to make that list.
I know. He decided his 20th wedding anniversary was more important than going to a hockey game with us.
Dude.
I don't know if I agree with this one. Dude, I was with you with Lambert, dude. I don't know if I agree with this one.
Hey, we were starting conspiracy theories the entire time. We're just like, there's Queenies inside the stadium. He could have took her for a nice steak dinner there. Could have came to the game still. And then
good.
And no, I was just gonna say, and then he shows up, and then he starts sending pictures of him in the nice suit that he's wearing, and I'm like, you know how awesome that would look in the seats right now?
20th anniversaries are for weekends, Joey. Wednesdays for hockey, man. I'm congratulations on 20 years. I'm happily married. We love Sandy, but priorities, my man, priorities. Maple and Ash will be there on Saturday. Hawks wins with Bedard goals. Precious cargo.
Shut up.
Gracias, hermanos.
Time out. We know. Time out. I will say, we know times are tough. The economy is what the economy is doing. Market price on a Wednesday might be different than market price on a Saturday.
Not for Maple and Ash.
Depending on what they ordered, it might have been worth it on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, a little happy hour discount.
Nah, full price.
Full
price seafood tower.
Seafood tower, yeah.
Oh, seafood tower. I'm a sucker for that. So much money.
All right, I got one last bum, and it's me. I'm bumming myself.
That asshole.
Agreed. I agree with you on this one as well.
Peter, we did a bourbon review recently, and you said in the video, you're like, credit to me that when I have my mindset on wanting something, I go, I do whatever I can to
tunnel vision.
Yeah. I'm also OCD as fuck sometimes. And I have in my basement, I have a nerd Christmas tree. So it's all Nintendo, Marvel, Star Wars ornaments and everything like that. Yeah. We all, you gotta have your nerd tree. 2019, I noticed that they were doing Mario Kart ornaments, and I'm like, I gotta get them. Unbeknownst to myself that I missed the first year. Because of my OCD-ness, I just spent $90 on a fucking goddamn ornament. Because I have to have every fucking thing in the collection, I spent $90 fucking dollars on this ornament. And that was the cheapest. Some of these were going for like fucking like $150 and everything. But this small little motherfucker of Mario just cost me $90 because I can never say no, and I have to have everything in the set.
Dude.
So bum of the week Hallmark too for making people have to pay premiums for ornaments that probably cost $2 to make.
Damn.
I wish I would have known, dude.
You know what? I want to give you credit though. Like I appreciate that. Like we all have little idiosyncrasies where it's like once you want something, you kind of have to get it. Is it a Christmas ornament for me? Probably not. It's more, either whiskey or something else. But I appreciate it. I wouldn't be bumming you. I mean, maybe your wife is bumming you right
I'm
now.
bumming myself because I should have bought this like 4 years ago when it was like $40, and it just keeps going up in value. And I was like, you know what? If I wait any longer, this thing's gonna be like $200 in it.
Yeah, no,
in like
It's
2
going to
years.
appreciate in value.
So, I almost.
Oh, you just broke it.
Fuck,
That would have been bad. Yeah. So bum week myself for having to be extra OCD and have the complete set.
Dude, I wish I would have known that you were looking for that. I literally have 2 of them.
Shut the fuck up.
Nah.
Good question. Where are the bum ornaments?
Just put a fake ass, on the ornament, and
that would be the ass ornaments.
Oh, that's true. All right, Peter, what do you got?
Sorry, I'm still sick. First MV, I only got one MVB, but it's a valuable one. Bears are good. Bears are good. Bears are better than we ever thought they were going to be. I want to credit Dougie first and foremost for starting the victory coffee trend. But we're 10 wins in, and I wrote down everyone that did a victory coffee today. It's been a fucking fun reason to wake up on a Monday, have some coffee, and say the coffee tastes better when the Bears win. So credit to Dougie, Joey P, Mike Schur, Aaron, JT, Jeff Bartlett, Rich Bissett, the Love Fam, Colonel Bourbon, Sean Jankowski. Did I say Joey P again? Anybody that is in on the victory coffee, hashtag and trend, it's fucking awesome, man. And I'm telling you guys right now, get ready, because it's not going to be on a Monday. It's going to be on a Sunday morning. I'm fucking ready for the Sunday morning Bears versus Packers victory coffee. That fucking coffee is going to taste so goddamn good. I'm ready for it.
Put a little whiskey in it, maybe some Baileys,
maybe some whiskey. You could do some cold foam. I might have fucking 10. I'm going to be wired on caffeine on Sunday because I'm going to have 10 victory coffees, because Sunday's victory coffee is going to be the best one of the season so far. And I appreciate everyone coming for the ride. Dougie, you have a lot of good ideas. This is my favorite of your ideas.
I don't want to take all the credit. Joey helped me out on this thing too, and me and Joey been going for a ride, so I'm going to co-sign this with Joey.
It's Dougie's this way.
No, you're a bad weatherman. See,
it's tricky.
It's tricky once you're on camera, Joey.
I know the mirror effect.
What, you're doing DX now?
Yeah, I am. So, no.
What?
All right. So as I transition from my MVB, because the victory coffees are fantastic, my bum of the week, and it's going to be my bum of the week because it is, Jason, what were you saying? FTP?
FTP.
Fuck the Packers.
Fuck the Packers.
I cut a promo. It wasn't me cutting a promo. It was just me promoting our watch party that is on Saturday. And I said, everyone bring your friends, bring your family. And then I said, and bring that one Packers fan, because we all have one, right? It's a border rivalry. It's friends, it's family. Everyone has that one dumbass Packers fan. And that's my bum of the week. It's not Packers fans. It's Packers fans. Jason, you said
my cousin.
Your cousin, Joey P. Who is it for you?
Oh, I have 2, 3, 4, 5 family members.
Bums.
Excommunicated them, but I'll call them back again.
Bums. Dougie, who is it for you?
Teddy's brother, Kevin Gruber.
Shout out Ted Gruber. He our guy took a bump wrestling wise. I like Ted Gruber. I hate his brother.
Yeah.
My cousin is a diehard White Sox fan, so I can talk to him in the summertime, but as soon as football comes around, don't even fucking step in my house.
So I made a list. It starts first and foremost, and I know a couple of my cousins watch this. It's my tia Lola. My tia Lola is a Packers fan. It's my mom's sister. Bum of the week. Bum of the week, tia Lola. I had to do it. I had to do it. Our guy, the Jeff, bums, boneheads, and brewskis. The Jeff, we've met him.
Yeah.
He was at your house. He went to Oasis with me. The Jeff, big ass bum. Husky Bardo, bum. Brett Hafner, bum. Is Matt Crawford a Packers fan? I saw rumors online that is he a Vikings fan or a Packers?
Can either be confirmed or denied.
It
Matt
seems
Crawford,
like he's a Packers fan.
For this week, bum. Any Packers fan personally, put them in the comments. Bum of the week, because they're all bums, and it is fuck the Packers week. But we all know that one idiot, and they are idiots. And this is the week we get our fucking get back.
But please watch our show.
This is the week we get our revenge. Bum of the week, Packers fans.
Shout out our friends over at Manuscrito Tequila.
Bums. Yeah, bums. I love you guys. Bring tequila for the White Sox tailgates. You guys, bums.
Good point. All right, Joey,
take solid list there.
It was.
That was good.
Joey, take us home.
Okay. Director. Gonna go with MVB first. Pretty easy here. Obvious. Don't want to get anyone upset upstairs. That's Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
20 Roses for 20 years of marriage to my queen. Love you very much. It's been a hell of a ride, and can't wait to see where life takes us on this journey. So I love her. Y'all love her.
Yeah.
MVB.
Everybody loves Sandy P.
Shot Queen. Salute to you. Even though this is Packers tequila.
Joey, you got married at an age we are gonna be, I shouldn't say might, we are gonna be celebrating your 50th anniversary one day.
We are.
La B.
Yeah.
Oh, we got 5 more years for the silver wedding. We're already talking about it. So might have a couple tricks up our sleeve.
I gotta be honest, I do love Sandy P. There are some mornings when I wake up after hanging out with you guys, I don't like her. I'm just being honest.
I think we've all been there, Dougie.
Yeah.
She's trying to test your strengths. Okay.
We're also bearing the lead here. I love Sandy P. I love you, Joey.
Yeah.
I need details on Maple and Ash, because that's one of the steakhouses I've not been to. So talk dirty to me, baby.
Maple and Ash is definitely a must go to. Definitely got to try the seafood tower, Dougie. You already mentioned it. Those things they're worth it. They really are worth it. It's a whole cool ambiance. So like walking in the door, it's on the 3rd floor. You're greeted like you already know where you're going. They have a very strict dress code too. Like I had to wear the suit jacket that I loaned to Jeff when he came over. Speaking of the Jeff, I had to make sure it still fit, and he didn't put any Packers colors or anything like that in there to try to ruin my suit coat. But no, he didn't. You have to try the place out. Try to get a reservation if you can. No, it is going to be, pricey. That's why I waited until the 20th anniversary. Make it a big occasion. Don't know if I'm going to make the mortgage payment this month, but it was worth it. 100% worth it to her. She deserves it. So I would recommend it to anyone. The food is fantastic.
Joey, I was going to say, Joey, you're complaining about the price right there. Instagram girls called it a Tuesday night.
I need to become an Instagram girl then so I can afford it.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, Joey, I know you don't speak fat guy. Peter wanted you to break down what you had to eat.
Yeah, I didn't care. Yeah, I love that you talked about the dress code. I don't even dress up anymore. I just want to know what kind of steak you had.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 starters to kick it off. 2 starters. We had the Wagyu meatballs.
Oh.
To start, they were it definitely something that, it was actually some of the only red meat that we had on the evening. We went more seafood not only did we have the tower, but like many more of the starters and appetizers that they had on the menu were seafood people. So we went with her absolute favorite and my starter was their wood-fired octopus.
Oh yeah, I could fuck with some octopus.
It was out of this world. As soon as we both devoured it, she looks at me and she's like, "Can we get another one?"
Get another one, yeah.
Get another one.
I love it.
It was that. It was that good. And then the seafood tower, of course. This time I was Dougie taught me a trick on a cruise ship once, how to break some crab legs and how to eat a lobster. So I was able to enjoy that. It was lights out. Dessert, they had these fantastic chocolate mousse cakes. They were like 3-layered with ice cream toppings. So that's the full menu for the most part. And we enjoyed 3 or 4 different cocktails.
Libations.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, some libations. They
right,
were all very good.
Get to your or bum of the week.
Bum of the week. Okay. Let me be mean for a second, if I may. Like, what would Landstorm say? Can I be serious for a minute? All right. LeBron James, bro, what kind of legacy are you trying to leave behind? You're supposed to be a role model. You're grabbing refs last night. Yeah, you came back. You got the game-winning free throws to beat the Suns 116-114 last night. But leading up to that, the Lakers blew a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter to the Suns. And all of a sudden, here come the refs to save the day. But there was one call that LeBron didn't like that the refs made against him, calling a foul and a technical that was called on another young player named Dylan Brooks. Dylan was bodied after making a 3-point shot. The play before by LeBron, no call. Young man stood up. He stood his ground and got right back in LeBron's face. Gave him a little shoulder bump back. Technical foul. Okay. All right. So next play down, LeBron does the same stuff. He fouls him. And then this happens. So this happens. LeBron's all in this ref's face. He's pushing him. He's grabbing him by the arm. Who do you think you are to be able to put your hands on a ref in the first place?
Jail.
Did the NBA refs do anything to him? No, because he's LeBron James. Would you be able to do that in any sport? Doesn't matter, NFL, NHL, MLB, MLS, or overseas soccer, football? No, of course not. So at this point in juncture, this dude just retire because you're tarnishing your legacy with doing stuff like this. And this wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. On the technical foul in favor of the Lakers, Luka was supposed to take that free throw shot. I'm going to say a bad word.
Motherfucker.
This dude walks up to the line and takes the shot and misses it. And then post game, he's going off saying, well, I mean, yeah, I messed up, but I walked up to the line and I missed the shot. So what? I just walked up to the line, wanted to take the shot. So, okay, talk about selfless. So that's the legacy you left behind. So LeBron James, bum of the week. You suck. Don't ever say that you're the GOAT. Ever.
A bitch.
Ever.
Okay. Good stuff, Joe.
So I just want to take a minute. I was staring at this the entire time. Do you guys notice how the woman's body below Joey P just matches up perfectly? And it looks like he's sitting in a seat right now.
The magic of editing.
Dude.
Peter planned this perfectly.
Dude, it's just like
It's beautiful.
Great.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try this now.
All right. Nah, I got bigger tits.
Nope, I don't work. Joey works.
Maybe. Yeah, a little bit.
Tried.
Yeah,
Tried.
I think so.
All right, let's get back to Joey. All right, we're done.
All right. Peter, what's on the Baloney Show this week?
Oh yeah. So shout out our Uncle Beefloaf. He was on last week. We talked everything Festivus 108 and White Sox Twitter. I haven't done a nerd news episode in a while, and there's an ass ton of nerd news. So I've got my guy Jordan, Boneheads and Brewskis, PL Dragons. He's just as big of a nerd as I am. There's a lot of news to talk about. We have Dr. Doom news. It sounds like Steve Rogers is back in the MCU. Supergirl dropped a trailer that's very James Gunn heavy. The trailer for Street Fighter is out there now, and now it's got a bunch of pro wrestlers and a bunch of knuckleheads. We actually have artwork with everyone in costumes and everything. So it's going to be a nerd news heavy episode of the Baloney Show on Wednesday. It's going to be fun. Tune in, hop in the comments. It'll be live. So super chat, comment along, questions, everything like that.
And I do want to point out to everyone listening that Jordan, he is a big Philadelphia Eagles fan, so please go in the comments and call him a scumbag throughout the entire show.
Oh yeah, he is a Philly scumbag. Yeah,
please repeatedly call him a fucking scummy ass scumbag. Please. All right.
Yeah.
And so that's our show. Once again, Saturday night, Remova Theater. Make sure you get your tickets. Buy them. You can get tickets at the door too as well. But we're going to be there. We're going to pack the theater. It's going to be on the big screen. $10. Get your first beer. Buy a shirt. Rounds on us. $4 draft beers. $9 cocktails. Music during commercials. Giveaways. Halftime entertainment. We're gonna do what we do best, and that's do a watch party. So we'll see you all Saturday night. Before that, though, we'll see everyone in the comments on Wednesday for the Baloney Show. But then everyone have a very, very good week. Bear down, stay warm, and we'll see you all very soon.
Fuck the Packers.
Fuck the Packers.
Fuck the Packers. Fuck.